Hello everyone, I'm Marianne and welcome back to 28 Days Knitting Challenge. Today we're exploring Intarsia Knitting, a colorwork technique that allows you to create bold, block-like designs without carrying the yarn across the back. If you ever wanted to add large section of colors to your knitting without the bulk of standard knitting, this technique is for you. So what is Intarsia? Unlike standard knitting, where colors are carried along the back, Intarsia uses separate yarn piece for each color section. Let's see. This means there are no floats and more flexibility for larger block of color. You can recognize Intarsia by looking just at the wrong side. See how different it is? Each section of color has its own yarn source instead of the floats connecting them. You work each color block separately with its own yarn butterfly or yarn bobbin. When you switch color, you drop the old color, pick up the new color from underneath, and then twist the yarn together to prevent the holes. And you continue knitting the new section in the new color, and you repeat the process at the next color change. You use yarn butterflies or bobbins to avoid tangled yarn, and you just let them detangle free to avoid twisting. If you have holes at the color change, it's because you didn't twist the yarn, the two colors yarn at each color's transition to lock them together. If your stitches are uneven, as usual, you have just to check your tension. Gently pull the working yarn to snag up the last stitch of the previous color. And if your edge is disturbed, when you work like diagonally, you have to wrap the new color around the previous yarn a stitch of two before switching. And that's it for today. Intarsia might seem a little bit tricky at first, but with practice, it becomes like second nature. Let me know in the comments, have you ever tried Intarsia? And what project are you excited to make? And don't forget to like and subscribe so you don't miss tomorrow when we cast on the first Intarsia project. Happy knitting!